Hello, Ectosage here on the Sage channel. It is Sleep, Art, Game, and Eat. And today I'm showing off a little something I put together that actually involves me leaving the game, and that would be this here. It is a cryopod. In fact, I modeled this and exported it, and it took me pretty much 2 days. The first half of the first day was just modeling it. The second half was attempting to figure out how the heck I'm supposed to get it from point A to point B, aka just a file on my computer into something here I can actually poke around with. Now, the collision mesh on this is wrong. I'll actually do a Alt-Shift F12, and that brings up basically all the collision meshes. You can see sort of how the game does it, merges similar objects together as one, and of course also has some sort of color coding. I don't fully understand it all yet, but you can see here its collision object is the whole box here. Now, even though they said they were able to get smaller ones now, and I followed their instructions to the best of my ability, I had a small bounding box. I exported that. Didn't seem like it showed up correctly in game, except for if I have a gun and I shoot at this, which I can actually demonstrate now if you like. Here we go. The bullets do appear to be hitting it. Of course, they also seem to be damaging some stuff nearby, so it's a bit strange, and I can shoot through the main collision volume and dent the back wall, but all in all, it's a wee bit odd. But anyway, back to the actual object at hand. I felt like, hey, since this game's supposed to be having a lot of modding, why not start modding already? Simple stuff, I'm not going to do anything big, and every now and again I might use something in one of my bigger builds, but I just felt like sharing this today, a nice little cryopod that I stuck together. Currently it doesn't open or anything special, but it's just big enough to fit basically a space engineer in it. Ideally, if a space engineer was to squeeze in there, he'd have his armor off so he could fit a lot more easily. Now really quickly, I'm going to run back upstairs out of this station we have here. I'm going to pop open this door. Hopefully in the next update, they'll add the ability to open and close these doors just by pointing at it and pressing T. Because doing it this way is fairly annoying, and I'd like to RP just a tiny bit with opening and closing airlocks like this. Because, I don't know, I just like doing that. Anyway, we were inside this station. I've never actually shown the inside of one of these Sage stations before, but that's what they look like, and I color-coded it with the new lights. But here we have some very, very strange stations I threw together just for this purpose, and these are stasis stations. And basically, they're all the same, all three of them. This is basically my first little experiment with it, so you can get an idea what the inside looks like. But this wasn't a station. This is actually a ship, so if I shoot it, you'll see it's just floating away. But anyway, I just thought it was a cool idea to demonstrate these sleeping cryopod things. So here we go, open that up. There we go, I was actually able to exit that for some reason. Oh, apparently it's glitched. Yeah, it's glitched and not letting me in there. Alright, this one over here works though, so we can come in here. You can see I tossed some blue lights in for the heck of it, so like this is a cryo area. The orange was outside to give you an idea of danger, opening and closing doors, and here we go. This is the interior of the main station, just because I like closing these doors, do that. You see here, this is sort of something you might see if there were big ships dedicated to having these cryopods or big stasis sleeping areas. You might see something like this, just a big station, basically left out in deep space until these people are needed. Maybe if they're crew workers or even civilians waiting for the planet to be terraformed, let's say they arrive a wee bit early, well, the crew simply, or the construction people simply leave these big pods here, full of millions of these little pods, and let the people sleep until the planet is ready to be inhabited. Something like that. That's the idea behind this big structure, if I was to toss an idea behind this sort of random construct. And here we go, these are my cryopods as I've been showing off. And you see a little joint there being the idea that this whole front part here would just tilt forward, just enough for you to squeeze in and out. Anyway, I just want to show these off. Thanks a bunch for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.